Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Well, I thought I would work with this die set today, and I'm only going to use one die. I've been kind of obsessed with the postal theme. I know on my previous videos you saw that I made some little tags. I made a card, but this set has two little postage stamp dies. And let me see if I can grab them for you. And they're teeny tiny. And one of the things that I've been seeing lately is dies that actually cut out, several, I should say perforate several stamp images. But I thought I would try to make my own. So what I ended up doing is just cutting several of these little pieces, and I thought I would put them together and then see what I can come up with. So that's what I'm going to do today. So let's just kind of jump right in. I went ahead and I pre-cut several of these images here, and I'm just going to do sets of 3. And on my prototype I did wet glue, but I'm going to go ahead and use this transparent paste. But really, you just want something that has movement because you want to be able to line these up. So I'm just going to kind of come right in here, and I'll try to keep it as straight as possible. And perhaps this isn't the best thing to use because I'm not getting any movement out of this. So let's actually switch to our liquid glue because I really want something that gives me movement. So this was the first one, not a problem. We're just going to switch directions here. Now I did cut these dies on watercolor paper because I didn't know if I was going to watercolor my image or use Copic markers. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do as far as the image, so I wanted to keep my options open. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of move on down the line here and trying to line these up perfectly because I want it to look like it is one die. So sometimes we have these extra dies in our sets and we forget about them, or we maybe just use them for, projects with those other dies. But there's so many dies out there that come in sets that we just tend to forget about. And when I was going through this, like I said, I was kind of cutting out, my little ones and putting them in a storage box so that way they'd be all ready and cut out when I go to use them. And I saw this and I had the idea to do this little design. So as you can see, they're going together pretty easily, not too difficult to make them straight. One thing I may have done, I kind of jumped right in, but you might want to add distressed ink to the sides of your postal stamp dies before you jump right in like I did. Yeah, not too difficult to kind of line these up. So we go, and hopefully I cut out enough. If not, I'll do one off camera just to get us all aligned here. Okay, and one more. There it is. I thought I had cut out 9, but you never know. All right, so here we go. And there you go. It looks like it is one die, and now I am ready to stamp on it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and after this is dry, of course, you're going to want to go ahead and give it some drying time. I'm going to go ahead and trim these edges, and I intentionally glued these on an oversized piece of cardstock so that way I would have, you know, room to trim. And that looks pretty good. All right. So the next thing we want to do is we want to come up with a design. I'm going to go ahead and stick with this. I went ahead and I already sized this, so I know it works. And it is, let's see if I can find the set for us. It is this set here. This is from last year, but the Santa I thought was just the perfect size to add. And then we can add some extra stamps around it. So let's go ahead and do this. All right. So using my Misty, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of line this up here. And I'm going to put it right in the middle. Let's see. And then I'll have extra space on the other stamps to add little embellishments and whatnot. All right, so let's ink this up. Not too bad. Ooh, I love the way that looks. Let's do one more. Okay, that looks great. Now it's time to add some of our little stamps. Now, you can use any little stamps that you have. I pulled out a few from my stash. Not sure exactly which ones I'm going to use. But I saw this small little telephone that I thought would be kind of cute. It's not really Christmassy, but I kind of liked it. But several choices here. So let's see. These are smaller. Oh, I like this side of card for address. Now remember, when you stamp it, it's going to leave, you know, part of your stamp open because of the little perforations. So kind of keep that in mind when you're choosing your stamp. You may want to just find stamps that will fit into the little squares. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but let's just see what we can figure out here. All right, so I'm going to work with a smaller acrylic block. And let's see. Postcard would probably work. I get some of my colored inks here. Okay. So postcard, let's just put that, I guess, right here on the bottom. All right. And let's see, what else do we have? That's an actual stamp. Look at that. Airmail, shipment collected, letter parcel. There's lots of choices. Let's see. Some just have numbers. So let's go ahead and pull out some numbers here. Okay. And make sure you have it right side up. With the smaller stamps, sometimes it's hard to see exactly. And I think it goes this way, bell cord. Yep. All right. So let's make sure it's going the right direction. Okay, bell cords. All right. Figure 104. Okay, so let's get that going. So as you can see, you can use whatever stamps that you have. Of course, you know, the smaller the stamp, the better. It's figure 104. Let's just stick that right there. It's a little crooked, but I'm okay with that. And then there's a number here. Let's go ahead and do this number as well. Let's see if maybe we can put this straight. We'll just put that right. Let's go sideways on this one. Number 97. Okay. Let's see. Got some bigger numbers. Let's go ahead and go with some bigger numbers here. Maybe we'll do this one in blue or green. Let's go green. How's that? Okay. 104348. We'll just put that right there. 104348. Looks good. And let's see what else we have. This actually has a postal. So let's maybe do this for cancellation. Let's try to get it right side up on this. All right, so we'll do this right here. It's pretty good, right? And then we need something, of course, up here. So let's see what we can find. Now this Kathy Holden set has some smaller numbers, so you can maybe add more numbers. What else do we have going on here? We've got signatures. That will go right into his hat, so maybe we won't do that one. What is this? That might work. Okay. And I think we probably need something right there as well. So let's see what we can add as our final one. Maybe do a department. Contents, number 5. Lots of choices. Let's just put department. All right. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to put these together. Now we have to go ahead and see see what we can do with this. All right, so really cute, really easy to put together. All sorts of little stamps on the side. We can go ahead and we can color this up really quickly now. And then we can put it onto a card. So let's do that. Okay, so rather than color my Santa, I decided to just go ahead and color the whole thing with antique linen. Hopefully that's a good choice. So let's just go ahead and just light-handedly adding some antique linen just to give it some of that vintage background. Actually, it's pretty good. I might still color it. I just wanted to see what that would do, and I like that. It's pretty good, but that Santa needs to pop a little bit more, I think. So I guess I will go ahead and still color him up. So let me see what I can find. All right, so let's get out the Copic colors here, and I'm gonna just do his face just to make it pop just a little bit. I mean, the stamp itself isn't real big, so you kind of have to be careful. So just a little color I'm adding for the face. And then I have his, you know, you can see his hat, you see his beard. And there's not really a lot of parts to color, but I mean, we can certainly do some highlights, which is what I think will make this little guy pop. So just adding, just real light-handed here, adding some highlights to the beard. I know Santa has a white beard, but we want the beard to show, so let's just add a few highlights. Nothing too dramatic. And as you can see here, you don't have to be a real strong Copic color to be able to do this. All I'm doing is just adding a few highlights, and then we're going to go back over it just to kind of blend a little bit. So just not a lot, right? Just a little bit, and then I'm just going to come back in. So as you can see, just enough to make it pop a little bit. Got his face going. Maybe we'll add some gray to his eyebrows as well. Just real subtle touches here. All right, I think that looks great. So let's go ahead and add this to a card. Now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here. Probably just going to go with some cardstock. Make it real simple. So let me go ahead and grab some cardstock, and I'll be right back. All right, so I found this red paper, which I think will be perfect. So let's go ahead and trim this down to 4 5 1/4. Let's see what we can do with this. So that is kind of small, right? So let's see what we can do to embellish it here. Washi tape is always great, but I don't know if I want to necessarily use that washi tape. Just kind of looking at things I have on my desk here. So what I can do maybe is, that's awfully red, right? Maybe we want another piece of designer stock, but just a little lighter perhaps. Let's see what we can find. I mean, I think that would look good. Let's see what we can do with this. So that was 4. So we'll make this one 3, I guess. Three by 4.5. Let's see how that works. That's pretty good, I think. All right, that'll work. That'll work. And then I'm just going to go ahead and round these corners here. Or not round, I guess. Make it look like a tag, right? Just stick this in here. Okay. making it up as I go along. All right, so we'll stick that there. We'll stick this here. Maybe we'll do an offset a little bit. What do you think of that? That looks pretty good actually, right? And then I found this little postage stamp that I think will work perfectly with this December 25th. So we're gonna give it a try. I think it'll work. And I want to do that in red. See if we can get that to stick. Okay. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Hopefully that didn't move. Try it again. Pretty good. I don't want to. Should we do one more? Just to make it a little bit darker. I'd like to see that 5 a little bit more solid. Whew. Probably shouldn't press my luck here. Okay, so that I think is good. Let's run with this. And we'll do something, let's see here. Maybe something like that, maybe. Like I said, not quite sure. I know I stamped that, but sometimes it's just required to rethink your design. So I think I'm going to do something like that. Let me add some walnut stain to the edges here. And we'll glue this down. I'm going to offset it, so we'll just put it over to the left a little bit. And then this, I think, is going to go like that. Maybe down a little bit. Maybe we'll do something like that. Let's get this guy up first, just so we can make sure we have it proportioned. So we'll put him all the way to the top, and we will put this one farther down. Something like that. And what I love about this technique is you could do it with any theme. I mean, you could do it with flowers. You can do it with Halloween. Of course, I'm doing Christmas right now. So I think there's a lot of options that you can go with. Then I have some of this twine here. Let's just go ahead and wrap this. I don't do this very often, but I have it sitting on my desk, so let's use it. I think that's why I tend to leave things on my desk so I don't forget to use them. Alright, so got that. Let's see what we can, maybe we'll get a little bow or something. Let's see what we can get going here. Just something like this, right? Try to even this out a little bit more. All right, let's see. Let's see. I don't know if I like the bow. Maybe I'll just do the tie. All right, let's try this again. Not happy with where it was at. There we go. And then I'm just going to do a tie. Nothing fancy. There you go. Maybe we'll just have it crisscross a little bit. Something maybe like this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Not crazy about it. You know what? We don't have to be married to the idea. I do like the idea of putting some gems though. So let's, again, it's just all about trying things out, seeing what works. Not everything's gonna work. That's why we have something called trial and error, right? Let's just put that right there. Again, just things I have on my desk. Maybe I'll put some here too, just for balance. There we go. Yeah, just play with it a little bit. See what works. See what you like. And if you don't like it, you can take it off, just like I did with the string. I still like the idea of the string, but didn't necessarily like the way it looked. It's pretty good. Not bad, not bad. All right, and then we can... Should we add more? I mean, I have this. Kind of like that. Maybe I'll do something like that, maybe. And then we're ready to put it onto a card base. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can play with it. But really, I just wanted to try out this new technique to see if I could make that faux postage stamp background just using one little die. So this will go here. Perfect. And then I even have the inside ready to go. I don't ordinarily have these ready to go, but I had extra. So I'm going to use them up. Perfect. And there you go. So as you can see, just using one little die, the postage stamp die, which is lost on my desk now, you can come up with a cute little design. And like I said, this will work with any stamp. I mean, you know, you just want to find something that's obviously going to fit in. If you need to put more rows or more lines, you can do that as well. But just really easy technique to get the desired results without having to buy a new die set. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the quick card, and I will see you again next time. Bye.